The UN Interim Force in Lebanon, or UNIFIL, was established in 1978 in response to a surge in violence on the border between Israel and Lebanon.
Coastal Road Massacre, which took place on 11th of March 1978. In response to this Coastal Road Massacre, Israel launched an armed invasion into Lebanon that was on the 14th of March 1978.
India joined UNIFIL as a troop contributing country 20 years later in 1998.
The area in which the INBAT is deployed is strategically important, it is sensitive and it is challenging. Strategically important because we are at the tri-junction of three countries, Israel, Lebanon and Syria. Sensitive because the blue line between the two countries, Israel and Lebanon, is not demarcated on the ground. And challenging because you must have seen the kind of terrain that we operate in, it is rugged and the climatic conditions are harsh.
One of the most hotly disputed areas between Israel and Lebanon is Sheba Farms, where Indian Infantry Battalion have maintained vigil for the last 20 years.
हमारी उम्दा तरीके काम करने का जज्बा, इन सब को देखते हुए हमें शिबा, जो कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट और सेंसिटिव लोकेशन है, यहाँ पे हमें डिप्लॉयमेंट किया गया है. दिस इज अ ट्राई जंक्शन. प्रेजेंटली वी आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन लेबनीज सॉइल. टुवर्ड्स दिस साइड इज सीरिया, टुवर्ड्स आवर रियर इज इजराइल. The locals of Lebanon, they carried various demonstrations, be it political, be it religious, and they tried to cross over blue line, and it becomes a violation. Maybe there are armed hunters and shepherds. They generally cross blue line and go toward Israel side. So as per the UN mandate and resolution, we are supposed to carry out strict vigilance and monitoring of blue line so that no untoward incident takes place.
For the first time in Indian history, a company of Kazakhstan Army has been co-deployed with the Indian Army and placed under the commanding officer of the Indian battalion here in UNIFIL.
Gentlemen, from the higher headquarters and the end resources, we have come to know that there is a likely escalation in the general area 4-31. The battalion commander has ordered the quick reaction team to move to the area of escalation.
In the case of Kazakhstan, what happened was they are unable to deploy in terms of large numbers because they are not yet attuned to UN practices and work methods. So, and the UN does not have space for less than battalion strength. So, as a matter of cooperation, we offered that they could work as part of our battalion. So, it was an offer which we extended to the Kazakh government. They accepted it. It's working very well.
Mentoring by India, UNIFIL, but providing a new TCC today, the possibility to show of India and the sacrifice of India, because India brought Kazakhstan sacrificing some positions in its own unit. It's not just that I was not able to provide additional places. India took its own vacancies from its own unit and deployed Kazakhstan. That show the dimension of India in peacekeeping. A nation willing and able to do that for us.
The medical team treats more than 400 patients every week with free medicines, free root canals, free dentures and free surgical treatments for the local population.
Now she can find a new groom for herself, no? From India. We almost conduct 4 camps in a week at places like Sheba, Hebri, Kafashuba, Almeri and Rashaya.
We have no health facilities in this area. So once a week, there is a big queue here to see the doctors.
And after completely draining it out, he needs to inject this inflammation in the hoofs.
This support is not even provided by the Lebanese government, so you can imagine the benefits to the farmers.
So these activities are actually have been helpful in carrying out our operation. It has helped in our freedom of movement. When we move along a road or street, you see suddenly a bunch of kids, they're smiling and waving hands towards you. That is an actual acknowledgement actually. It is like then you realize that you are here for peace and you are the ambassador of peace.
I also interact with other peacekeepers, but the Indians go out of their way. Go around and see how they are welcomed by the women and children, by the youth, by imparting skills, sharing knowledge, protecting the community. They are interested in our future, and that is why they have our trust.